What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here. I am back with another video, and as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing a Calgary Flames trade deadline preview, prediction video type of thing. This was recommended by Connell Gilbert. Hopefully I said your name right. I've got it right here. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that video on the Flames because he requested that I make a video talking about the Calgary Flames for the trade deadline. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. There's a good chance that I'm going to be doing a live stream on trade deadline day. Neil from Post to Post is probably going to be there as well. So make sure you subscribe because we're going to be having a good time doing a live stream, talking hockey, looking at some of the deals that happen, some deals that happened before. So we're going to break down trades. It's going to be a lot of fun. But for this video, I'm going to be doing a preview for the Calgary Flames. I have my notes here because as much as I'd like to remember everything, I can't, so I write stuff down. But Calgary is a team right now that's in and out of a playoff spot, and I'm sure they want to be one of those teams that lock it down and really get in a groove, make smart moves, and go after what they're really achieving, and that's a good playoff run. They don't want to move too many picks, though. The thing with the Calgary Flames is they made some trades where they moved some high picks. I believe it was in the Hamonic deal and the Smith deal where they dealt picks to lock in some positions that they needed. And Calgary's done a good job of doing that. They didn't have to go into this season worrying about not having a starting goaltender. They picked up Smith and it's worked out. I know he's hurt. I'm not sure if he's back yet, but Smith has been very good for them. Hamonic has, added to that defensive core. Yeah, they could, use some more work, which is crazy because going into the season, people were arguing that they might be the best defensive core in the NHL, but they're still giving up way too many shots, which is really unfortunate considering how much they've given up to acquire some of those guys. Also, considering they're talking about their defense, I've seen some weird rumors about them trying to trade Dougie Hamilton. Don't believe any of that stuff. I don't think any of it's true. Why would they do that when they're really pushing for a playoff spot, and especially when Hamilton has been really good for them? Did he get a hat trick recently? I thought I seen something about that. So for them to get better depth, they should probably look at a guy like Michael Grabner to fill out the top nine. The reason I'm saying that is because if you look at Calgary, they're getting scoring from their first line and probably a bit in their second line as well. But most of the scoring is coming from their top guys, like Monahan, Gaudreau, Backlund. They're getting scoring from those guys. But they really need to fill out their roster with guys who can also contribute offensively and, penalty kill type of thing. A guy like Grabner, he would be a perfect fit. What you would have to give up for him, I'm not sure. But I think that he would be awesome in a Calgary Flames uniform. Having him out there for speed, especially in the playoffs, would be very useful. Penalty kill, he can cut off pucks and go on breakaways. He's shown that he can bury the puck to put it in the back of the net. When he played for the Toronto Maple Leafs, he struggled a lot when it came to breakaways, but he's kind of found his knack a little bit in scoring touch, so that's good for him. But they definitely need to make moves for their top nine. They also have quite a bit of cap space, so one thing that I was tossing around was, what if they made a deal where they took on a bad contract and maybe that team that gave them the bad contract includes a piece that they could really use, because that's a huge trading asset is when you have cap space, because you can take on a bad contract but be like, listen, I'm taking on this bad contract, you're going to have to give me this guy who's going to help me right now, who's going to help me fill out my scoring depth, or else I ain't taking that bad contract. And the thing is that means when you're trading, if you're Calgary, you might not have to give up as much because you're taking on that bad contract. Now, the only thing with the Calgary Flames is long-term, that might bite them a little bit too. But here's the thing. If you can find a guy that you take on a bad contract that has like maybe 2 years left on a deal, you could really get a steal here and grab a player that team may not want to give up. But in order to take that bad contract, they better be giving you something back. That's just an idea. I don't know if Calgary Flames fans agree with me, but judging by how much cap space they have currently, I think it could work. If not, you're probably going to have to give up a lot because prices are high right now for the deadline deals. The Flames haven't been in a lot of rumors that I've noticed, and that's why it was hard when I was putting together information in this video. I was trying to see what their tendencies were a couple weeks ago and leading up into this deadline, seeing what moves they really want to make. but there hasn't been a lot in the rumor mill when it comes to the Calgary Flames, which could be a good thing. They could surprise some people, but it also could be a bad thing if they're not finding anybody that they can really make moves with because of the fact that they don't want to give up too much of their future and, you know, their picks. So maybe they'll move guys like Bennett to sweeten a deal. I think I've seen that before, you know, just to give him a fresh start. I know he hasn't really worked out in Calgary, but for them to trade him, it would probably be a sweetener in a deal. He may be a piece that teams look for, maybe to get a fresh start, a bounce back, so look for that. Trade for scoring help because Smith can't do it all, and that's basically my last line that I wrote down. Smith has been a rock for them. I know he's had some rough games here and there, but the fact of the matter is you need to get guys who are going to score. You need to give him some run support because he can't do it all. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. Just a quick little preview for the deadline for the Calgary Flames. They may do something, and I'm not prepared for it, clearly, because this video will probably already be up by the time, hopefully before they do something big. Anyways, subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have more hockey conversations with you. Probably going to be streaming on deadline day, so look out for that. I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.